And welcome back to the week who would win. Today's one comes to us from Coffee One Game Boy Color or Game Boy Color. What's the question? Who won in a fight? Frakjaw from Ninjago versus Corvo from the Ben 10 universe without their weapons. I've said it before, but I'm just irritated because I think there's a real reason it kind of just not irks me, but I kind of just don't get as enthusiastic. I think that's the best way to get as enthusiastic about a lot of these Ninjago ones. Is that because I've been on the record saying I'm not overly fond of Ninjago. I don't hate Ninjago, just it's not my thing. But it's the fact that I keep seeing either these matchups where they're pit against a character who would theoretically have no chance of winning regardless, or you're warping the verses so you know your person can win. And I just feel like, why does that make an interesting video? That's just my opinion. That's just the way this comes out. Because if you're taking away these characters' weapons, what does this Corvo character? Because Corvo doesn't have much going for him. He's a villain who appears in Omniverse, who's part of the Fifth Street Gang in Bellwood. He is human, though, despite some weird-looking marks on his face. He is human. And his only real his only real equipment is he has a laser gun / cell phone that is charged by a noise Dean, which I believe are the megawatts or the little battery aliens. That's all he's got. So if you take that out of the equation, what you're left with is a street punk who could probably street fight against a skulking warrior who's basically an undead warrior. I mean, it's a walking, talking skeleton who, despite as dim-witted as Frakjaw is, and very talkative, he's still a warrior. He can still fight. He has one saving grace is that he has the uncanny talent to spot particularly stealthy beings. So, despite he's rather dim-witted, very talkative to the point where it was actually considered a punishment to endure in the underworld, anyone who had to listen to him talk, you still got a skeleton warrior who is still capable in that sense, relatively speaking, versus a street punk. This would most likely go to Frakjaw. I didn't even heard of Corvo until today, to be honest. But this would still probably go to Frakjaw. Again, I've been looking at a lot of who wins this week. The only reason this didn't make it in the speedrun video is I didn't know anything about Corvo. So, yeah, I mean, to be fair, Frakjaw is not considered... Frakjaw is called a warrior of the Skulkin Army. Not a warrior, but the warrior. That might be just a typo in the wiki I'm reading here. For the most part, the Skulkin no longer fought the ninja after the death of the Great Devourer. However, Cole accidentally freed some of the spirits from the departed realm. Frakjaw was set off. They revived their leader. Still, if we're talking about battle experience, I would probably go in combat experience and actual fighting that he's probably done on regular with more dangerous individuals than Corvo. Then I'd go with Frakjaw, despite his dim-wittedness, his talkative nature, all that. Because without a weapon, Corvo's just a human. In fact, he's a teenage human to boot, which means he's not even fully physically developed yet. He couldn't even punch with the force of an adult man who works out or anything like that. This would go to Frakjaw, in my opinion. I don't even know that much about Ninjago. I gotta go based on stuff I can find. But what do you think? Do you think it would be Frakjaw, or do you think Corvo would win? Do you even know who Corvo is? I hope you do if you're clicking on this video. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Sorry I couldn't be more interesting. I'll see you for the next one tomorrow. Plus, we got What If I still got to do.